try and keep that kind of natural feel to it, in general. Now, having said that, there are other kinds of still life as well, which are obviously, this one here in particular, I suppose it's still, you could come across that, but you can really see how very carefully it's arranged. You've got a kind of zigzag pattern using in the picture. To me, that's a much more stylized kind of, organised still life. Because it's obviously organised. So is this. And that's your fact, but I don't expect anyone to be doing that kind of thing here for the thing. The one with the skull, whoever's got that, I suppose because it's got a skull in it, makes it even more artificial. Is that not it? Okay. Right. So anyway, what I'm really trying to say is, if at all possible, and I really want you to go for this, try and be organised for Wednesdays. I mean, if you're not, then I want to be a good excuse, right? A good reason. But do sheets of consideration possibilities. Your second sheet should really have a coloured rough on it, if possible. And you may have to do that. If you do it today, that's good. That's fine. If not, if you know what you're doing, you could maybe do it sometime. It's going to take half an hour out sometime in the course of doing your exercise legs to do that. You don't need just to finish it off. Work out your colours and so on. One other thing you should have, and it actually does state it in one of these sheets that I gave you out, in your consideration, is tonal studies. In other words, showing where the lights come from. Because it may not necessarily be the same here when you set it up at home. You can set it up as best you can, to get it, but you can see the problems we have here. The chances are that if you set it up near a window somewhere, there will be one window which gives you light from one direction, typically. Whereas in here you've got light from these windows, the window that are on the skylight. So do some colour studies. I'll give you some charcoal home if you want to do that. If you want to do that. Just actually get the feeling. It's a study, okay, for that one particular aspect of just where the light's coming from. Okay? So you don't have to put things like labels and board things or anything like that. Just go for the two-dimensional feel of the thing and the way the light's coming. Cast shadows, that kind of thing. Remember, you've got total control over this. You can actually decide where you're going to put your still light, where the light's going to come from. You can even have artificial light if you want, and you can have it in here. If you want to open from that at home. So in a sense, what you're doing when you come in here, with your bits and pieces on Wednesday, is you're working. Yes, you're working from the stuff in front of you. You need that. It's really difficult to do something purely from drawings, sketches, photographs. But you're working also from your drawings and sketches and photographs. You look a bit puzzled with that. No. Clear with me, okay? I mean, if you're not sure what I mean, come and talk to me. A rough layout of your essay would be an introductory paragraph, fairly short, but an introductory paragraph just telling us a little bit about still life in general. That you can either get this information from books, or you can put a wee bit of your own ideas into, why do artists paint still life? I mean, it's gone on for hundreds and hundreds of years, artists have painted still life. And yet, at the same time, you'll find that very, very few, not everybody, but very few artists, certainly in more recent years, who actually are pure still life artists. Artists tend to do still life plus landscape or plus portraiture or something like that. So, just a kind of little introductory paragraph saying a wee bit about still life and why you think artists do it and so on. If you can get a bit of actual factual information or comments from art books out with school, or at least out with my classroom, so much the better. Then your main paragraph could be picking two artists or perhaps two schools of thought. It might be the Glasgow Boys and the Scottish colourists or something like that, if you want to do it that way. But whatever you do, even if you're broader like that, zoom in on a couple of artists eventually. Now, I would like to have several paintings mentioned from each artist or each school of artists.
How many artists
Well, you still want to compare the contrast. You're talking about one. You're talking about two. Okay? But zoom in eventually in that paragraph onto one painting by one artist for each thing. You know what I mean? And make it, if possible, one of the ones that I've got here or in the box here. It doesn't have to be that, but if you want to choose something else, maybe if you can bring the book in and just talk it over with me before you actually start. You know, if I don't have, so that when I'm marking it, I know what I'm talking about. Like you were talking about just me. No, who was it? Was it me? About this time, Mark.
The other person. They're confusing me.
Okay, you know what I mean anyway, right? It would help me to mark it if I can actually see something about this guy. Because I've never heard of it, you know what I mean? So it's hard to mark from that point of view. Okay? It doesn't have to be done this way, but it's probably quite good to sum up. Picking the artist or the painting that you like best, and then just saying why. And just sum up with that. You know, having looked at these two artists or whatever, the one that I particularly like is Cezanne, and out of all his paintings, I particularly like the one that he did with the plaster, the plaster bust in it. I like that because, or whatever, you know what I mean? And just summing up paragraph along those lines. We are actually in the process of preparing a sheet to help people to do the essays with, on the installation. But I don't know how to. Then you compare and contrast paragraph, and then your final one, pick what you like best and see a wee bit about it and why. Okay? Hopefully that's helped with everybody. Right, it's 11.
Shut up! For goodness sake! If it's not worth the work looking at now, it wasn't before either. It's got a tiny smudge in the top corner which will dry, which can be coloured over and which will not even be noticed. It was not in excellent condition before it got sent over it. Anyway, it's well crumpled and torn.
Alright, we'll be coming up soon, but I've got one more instruction for the team. On your mark, set. Look, it's hiding there. Ladies, I say then, well done the parents. We have special guests on our holiday paradise down in London who will be instructing Dan Felton and Felicia Richard Marco and Leslie from Naples. They are reunited. I'll tell you what, I'm not listening to them guys. It's just that must be like Toby, you need some, I mean, there's some stuff you need some protection in Australia. We have a big summer campaign called Flip Flat, isn't it? All right. Which you mean? You mean the sniffle?
What one? Something that's nasty. I'll get you one. And there. Oh, okay. It's going to go out in a minute. Coming out. I'm just going to try that one. But yeah, it's nice to not come out. What's its name? That's a poop jar. Oh my goodness, not that killer. So figures. They want a little in there. You hear it? Get that out. Oh, jeez. I'll get it. Stop that. I'll get you in everything. Put it on your arm like that. Put it inside your skull. Hey, here you go.